The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
You are looking live at the Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Outside Tostitos Championship Plaza, outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas. The beautiful 12 building is there in the background. The Omni Frisco is there at the Star to the left, and just the tip of the Christmas tree is there in the picture where it is 80 degrees. The high is 82, the low is 64. It doesn't feel much like Christmas, and we are.
That's Shannon. He don't show me the phone, Nate. That's
I'm
Nate.
hyped. I'm hyped, man.
I don't know what you hyped about. That's Nate.
I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped.
This is Kurt. We got Chris Beam in the back.
Beam!
I am Zaddy Holly.
Zaddy Holly with a nice shirt on.
Yeah, together we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People
Feel us. Yes, sir.
Each and every
we
day
speak.
brought to you
Yes,
by
sir.
Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Where you at, Brandon? Where you at, Brandon?
We had
Where
one.
you at, Brandon Cooks?
1 for 7.
Dak missed him on the other one.
What's your shirt over there, Jess?
Oh, just
Yeah.
a montage, a little Michael Jordan montage.
That's cool.
Mike J.
What's it say, boy?
I don't know.
No, it looks cool.
People send me free stuff. Like, hey, I got a shirt. You want to wear it?
Pink on black. I like it.
Send it to me.
I have a lot of questions today, fellas. First off, moral victory. Go Cowboys.
Moral victory.
We're starting off wrong already.
I'm trying to run Nate out
You,
here.
you definitely got this show today.
I should have went on storyline. I went on storyline.
I have so many questions, fellas. I was
Floor
not
is yours.
Huh?
Floor is yours.
I was not mad last night. I was pissed off because they should have won that game. I think they outplayed
What?
the Eagles.
Give me another.
I'm not ever going to blame a game on the refs.
But
That was tough. That was tough. I'm not blaming the refs. It's just like in the UFC.
10 penalties apiece. Here's what I'll say about the refs. And I'm getting out the way.
No, go ahead.
Here's what I'll say about the refs.
This is a group
Like,
show.
The refs have been bad, it seems like in all sports. Mm-hmm. But don't complain when things don't necessarily go your way. When for the last 2 weeks prior to, you've gotten some very
Right.
favorable calls in those games
Yep.
that probably gave you the wins in those games when you don't complain then. So
Yep.
I am never going to be on the refs unless it's just some Michael Franchini type stuff.
Like the Raiders game was that 2 or 3 years ago. That was bad. That was bad
that one.
when they played the Raiders at home.
Oh yeah. That was
They got Anthony Brown like 4 times
all
in a row.
The
and I
back
was
shoulder,
like,
yeah,
come
yeah,
on, man.
yeah. But
I'm with you.
Yeah.
It's like in the UFC. If you don't want to leave it in the judges' hands, knock them out. Same thing. Put them away. Don't let them hang around. But it was. I know our fans are, how they're in their feelings about the refs today. I got some questions. I was blowing y'all up on text. I was pissed. I was not mad. I was pissed because I felt like they could have. You know what they did to me? They did what they always do. They sucked me right in, chewed me up, spit me out, and then sucked me back in.
that sounds like a trailer park special right
Boy,
there.
I tell you, with gravy and jelly and maple syrup.
Hey, that's a trailer. Hey, we call that the TP special.
But man, I was just like,
Oh, and I ain't talking about Tony Pollard, Kurt. That down at the parks. That's a trailer park special.
but they got me, man. And
That's
I was
why I keep
like,
going back.
And then at the end, I was like, okay. They might do this, and then they lollygagged around.
How many times, though, over these past couple years have we said the
Every time.
Cowboys beat themselves?
Every time. They just did. They couldn't do it.
So maybe they're not beating themselves.
I tell you what. I will say this. They're a good football team. I don't know if they're Super Bowl contenders, but you went to Philly, you got punched in the mouth, and you didn't get run over. You beat yourself. You beat yourself, and they were things that, a game of inches, man, like a total of what? 12, 15 inches decided that game. It's a lot. Depends on what perspective you're putting that in, or not so much if you put in another perspective. But I mean, my questions are more on the execution from a player standpoint. That's why I'm glad you two gentlemen are on our show today. So I'm going to ask questions, and then we can roll into the show and talk about all of our talking points. But the two big questions I have: one, was that play on Dak, the 2-point conversion? Should he have known, from a player's perspective, should he have known where his footing was and either dove in the end zone, whatever? Was that play on Dak?
Yes.
Okay. And my other question is, Schoonmaker, same thing. Was that on him, or is that designed to be there and him catch and then fall into the end zone, or should he cut that a little bit deeper?
So the play, mirror routes, not mirror routes, I should say that. They were running pick plays on both sides. Okay, what Ferg was supposed to do was supposed to make Reed Blankenship. He's supposed to run that in-breaking route and make Reed Blankenship bubble over the top, which would have allowed that pass to be there and then Schoonmaker to fall into the end zone. Well, Ferg did a terrible job at that. Reed Blankenship never had to bubble over the top, went right underneath and trailed him and stayed on his hip. Now, say whatever you want about was he there early, wasn't he there early or not. Now, here is the rookie mistake, because as a receiver, you're always taught in the critical moments,
get to the line,
fourth down, game on the line, go past
it.
The intended mark. If it's 3rd and 8, I gotta run third and 9.5, 3rd and 10, so that if I have to fight back to the football, I'm catching it at the line and I'll get forward progress. If I'm on the goal line, I have to run a route that is in the end zone, so that when I catch it, it's solidified as being a touchdown. That's something that Luke will have to learn, and maybe you'll talk about in the second or third half of this, but I had a list of detailed things that we missed. That's one of them. It's running your route into the end zone so that when you catch it, you're declared in the end zone for a touchdown.
So my other question with that is,
also sidebar, if you look to the other side of the field, they ran a pick play. CeeDee Lamb ran into perfection, ran into Brandon Cooks' guy. Brandon Cooks is standing in the middle of the end zone like
wide
this.
open.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So I think they established Jake Ferguson as one of their go-to guys now, right? Because they were going to him in critical points in the game, and he showed up. Why not
Great
run?
stat you had about that last week, too. 20% more targets going to the tight end, 75% going to Jake Ferguson.
Why not run that play with Ferguson instead of Schoonmaker? Is that not in the package? I mean, if you trusted him that much, why not in that position? Why is he not running that route?
I think you get a different look, maybe. If he's inside, maybe guys don't believe. Did you fart?
No, sure sounded like it.
He's just being patient.
Yeah,
he's got his list over there. He's just licking his chops.
Maybe a different look, but with that one right there, you hope that when Ferg goes inside, more attention is being brought to him.
Yeah,
and they kind of leave Schoonmaker outside. If that happens more often than not, they may pass that off if it's Ferg on the inside and say, hey, you know what? Whatever's outside, you take him because he's the go-to guy, and they jump to him, and it might not be there. So I don't know. I don't know.
I got a lot more questions, but Nate, you have made a list, and you don't do that very often before the show. You make your notes, and you usually bring those in on Wednesday and Thursday when we're doing offense and defense. But after a game, I don't know if I've ever seen you come in with a list. So explain what your list is, and
no.
Take us
I've
through
been
your
listening
list.
to every show, and
by the way, your hair looks great today.
Thank you. Every show is they have attacked some part of, like Jess said, he made a list. Jess got a list of maybe 8 or 9 or 10 things that the Cowboys should have done better. Every show has said, Schoon should have scored, and the referees got us, and Dak should have knew where his toe was, and boy, we were offside.
Shouldn't have kicked it out of bounds.
The guy should have checked in, and I mean, it's just so many excuses to the same old thing. Every time we play a team that has over 2 games, 500, we lose. Now, you can make all the excuses you want, and you can come up with what you need. It has to be a point in your career as a player or group of players where you say, forget that. it's time to kick the damn door down and win some games. And until you do that, this list gonna get longer and longer and longer. And at the end, it's gonna be LOSE or LOSS or however you want to spell loss, lose, or whatever. That's what it's gonna be until you collectively, each and every man that's over there, decide that they are tired of it. And right now, no one is tired of it. They can say they are. You can get on your podcast. You can get on your shows.
Unfiltered with Jesse.
You can do whatever you want to do. But if you're in that group over there across from us, you have to decide that this hurts too much. That I'm going to do everything in my waking moment to change this. Not come back and, well, I guess we're going to learn from it. Well, you dropped the pass last week. You ain't learned from it. You was offside 2 weeks ago. You ain't learned from it.
Do they have the talent?
Well, Jesse said they're going to the Super Bowl, so
No. Don't do that.
I'm just saying
don't do that.
But
don't lie on me.
you said they had the he
Don't
said
lie
he
on me.
asked that they have
Don't
the
lie
talent.
on me. Don't.
You asked that
Listen.
they had the talent.
Listen.
And you said what at the beginning of the year.
Listen
They
to
have everything to what?
Listen to me.
Okay, I'm listening.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't quite remember.
Listen.
Yeah, I said they're good enough to go to the NFC
I almost
Championship.
said something inappropriate. Don't do that.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, don't put words in my mouth.
Okay, well, tell me what you said.
I didn't say that.
Okay,
I
you said.
I didn't say any of that. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying. I didn't say any of
okay,
that.
all right.
Our discussion about NFC and Super Bowl is you're saying where they should go. I'm
Right.
saying where they need to go.
Okay. But back to what I was saying. When Jesse
but-
said it was
no,
Super Bowl.
I ain't talking about no Tony. This guy, he put a whole.
No, it just, I flubbed, just messing around, Jeff. I flubbed the whole show last night trying to figure out how am I going to present another way that we've lost.
Yep.
Just think, I mean, we got to be the only team with this much talent that's sitting up saying every game, okay, this happened, that happened, this happened. I'm like, okay, did Coach McCarthy should have went for 3? Should have went for this? Should have done that? I'm like, but everybody's standing up, yeah, we lost. Now I'm hearing other, and I listen to everybody's show. Well, Philadelphia's in the tough part of their schedule now. Philadelphia's 8-1. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. Philadelphia's 8-1. We the one is 5-3. Mm-hmm. We the one that's 2.5 games down. So now we finna play for the next 4 weeks. We got teams that we should beat.
Got no wiggle room.
Yeah. We got teams that we should beat. But now I'm telling you, Philadelphia going to lose out of these next 4 games. They're going to lose 2 of them. But what if they don't, fellas?
You play for the wild
What
card.
if they don't?
You know what I did?
What if the 49ers find traction? What? I'm just saying.
Seattle goes on a run.
Jess, let me apologize to you because I probably just, let me apologize to you, but I just had to get everybody's GOAT today. I had to go at everybody because I'm listening to every show and I'm listening to every player. Sometimes you just got to say, you know what? Are we good enough? Sometimes you got to ask yourself, are we man for man good enough? And right now, we're not. Right now, we're just an average team. We got great players. We got coaches that seem like they can coach. I mean, you telling me that Coach McCarthy didn't say every day when they ran that play, but Chuma ran out there, hey, man, make sure you check in with the ref. Make sure you check in with the ref. Then you run out there. Dak said, hey, we got this guy. And the ref like, hey, man, he got to tell me this. Why didn't Dak stop and say, oh, hey, bro, check in with this man? He walked out the field. Well, I checked in with him. Really, bro? Really? This man just singled us out to call us that? Come on, man.
Kurt, you know what I did over the weekend?
What's that?
Booked my flight to Mexico. I sure did.
Man, brother, I'm telling y'all something. You know, all jokes aside, when are we, not us in here, but when are those guys going to tell themselves enough is enough?
Why haven't they already? I mean, it's like
you're going to have to run off 6 or 7 games. And tell me if I'm wrong, Jess. They're going to have to run off about 6 or 7 games.
You could just tell everybody I said that. You could just tell.
I will.
Tell everybody. Jess said they got to run off.
No. Yeah, bro. You know.
How do you feel? Because
how does he feel? You've been sitting there for
I know how you feel. How do you feel about Micah's comments? I feel like we have even more confidence now.
I guess he can say that. He held Philadelphia down to under 300 yards. They rushed for 109 yards. I
mean, if you would have told me, if you look at the stat line, you would have told me.
You don't have to look at the stat line. Look at this right here. This is what the game was won at.
What was that?
Third quarter.
Third quarter.
They did it to us again.
Yeah, it came out flat.
Let's take our break, and we'll dig more into.
To what Jesse really said.
We late.
To what Jesse really said, I guess.
Yeah. All right, let's do that. Let's take a break. We come back. We'll see if Kurt has anything to add. We've all talked today except Kurt.
I have had his bowl. You know, I've talked.
You need to tell us about the parade Friday.
They always want to put words in our mouth, man. You know,
leave us on a good note. And guess what?
Yeah.
There's one person in this world that's okay that I had to call in and do a wellness check on last night, and he was fine. We'll find out who that is at the last 2 minutes of the show, too. On Hanging with the Boys. We'll be right back.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouth-watering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the show. Second segment each and every day is brought to you by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. All right, Kurt.
Yeah?
Jesse's probably going to talk this whole second segment, so if you got something to say, anything that
turning it over to my man here.
We want to know about the parade at the end of the show. We'll hold that for the end of the
There's
show.
not much to tell.
All right, Jesse, page 3, third quarter. Is this the story of the game?
Story of the game is right here. It's a simple.
Walk me through it.
Now, remember, a couple years ago, what happened? Came out of the half, and they dog walked us. They had like an 11-play drive, ate up most of the clock. Cowboys are up 17-14 at half. Eagles came out the half. Started the half, penalty. Newly elevated team member Rashad Evans, 15-yard penalty on the illegal hands to the face or face mask.
Mm-hmm.
Get the ball at the 40-yard line. All right? They drive down 6 yards, 2 yards, 4 yards, 8 yards, 11 yards, 29-yard touchdown pass to Devontae Smith, double move on Deron Bland. Cowboys get the ball, do a little bit, punt. Eagles get the ball back, 2 yards, 7 yards, 2 yards, 2 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards, incomplete, 17 yards, incomplete. What we have here, 28 yards, 4-yard A.J. Brown touchdown. They came out of the half with more juice. Mm-hmm. They came out of the half being more physical. They came out of the half executing better. The Cowboys shot themselves in the foot with really to that first penalty, got the ball at the 40. They walked down and scored. The Cowboys didn't do nothing with their possession, punted it. Then the Eagles went down and scored a touchdown. That put them up. And once you got to that team and that half of the game was up, they then just said, we're just gonna play football now. Mm-hmm. And the Cowboys didn't have enough. And just being transparent, going behind the scenes, I texted Nate in the side conversation, and I told Nate, I said, we can't beat this team. They have better men at just about every position than we do. And that matters. I said the only two positions where we actually are better, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons. And they have to play superhuman to do so. CeeDee was damn near there. 191 yards. Mm-hmm. If you guys remember when we asked how to win this game, and I'm gonna go back and find the clip. I said Dak had to be 45 passes. I literally said 375 yards, 3 touchdowns, and I even gave him an interception, and he didn't even do that.
You missed both of those by 1. 44 attempts, 374 yards.
And 3 touchdowns.
By the way, congratulations. You almost nailed the score, too. You had Eagles winning 30-24.
It was 28-23.
Missed it by 3 points.
Yeah.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it's coming out of the half, and them basically putting their foot on your throats. Mm-hmm. And from there, the Cowboys couldn't do anything. They scored 6 points in the second half. Right? When you needed it the most, you came up the shortest. Yeah. When they needed it the most, they found 14 points.
Right. Yeah.
And that's, to me, and the details, the story of the game was the third quarter. It's how they came out of the half. We always talk about that kind of playing that out of the half, that before the half, out of the half. Out of the half, they were the better football team. In one quarter, they were the better football team, and you had no answer. They went and scored when it mattered the most, and you could not do anything from there.
How do you go ahead?
Well, I just say, where would you then put the fourth quarter when the Cowboys seemingly had chances and couldn't put it away? Didn't take advantage. 3 trips into the red zone? They failed to. They got 6 points out of it, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, was that just the Cowboys getting in their own way, or did Philly do what they needed to do?
It's both. Yeah. It's both. It's the Cowboys having opportunities, and make no mistake about it. I think, and we can all pick a lot of different things out of this game. I think Dak played a hell of a football game. Mm-hmm. Honestly, one of his best
games. Yeah.
In a long time. But again, when you're playing championship level football teams, this team is removed from playing in a Super Bowl. Yes, a Super Bowl. You cannot miss on those small, minute details. When you have the opportunity to go out, and then the end of the game, you had the ball at the 4-yard line, 6-yard line, and you went backwards.
Yeah.
You literally had the ball at the doorstep, mm-hmm. and you shot yourself in the foot, and you just backed up, till you had to kind of go almost a Hail Mary-ish type play at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the difference. That's the difference between winning and losing in this league.
Can you fix that this year?
We haven't fixed it in years.
Right.
And that is that right? Like that's the thing that's been getting us the most. Can Dak play championship level football?
Mm-hmm.
You saw it. Mm-hmm. But it's when it matters the most.
Like if you think about, to your point, if you think about over the past 10 years, 12 years, you can probably count on one hand when they've risen to the occasion and won a game at a high. Seattle went on the road and won one when they weren't supposed to, when Romo was still here. Mm-hmm. What's another one?
You can say Tampa Bay when they played them in the playoffs and kind of sent Tom Brady home.
But I mean, other than that, when you need a win, and you needed this win, because this is going to be important. Because you look at the schedule, Detroit. I mean, you're playing for the wild card now. Mm-hmm. I don't think you're winning this division. I don't think you're winning this division. I think
2 and 3 in the NFC.
Philly's going to run away with the division. The South, thank goodness the South is there, because nobody might make it. They might even not let whoever wins the division.
But that's what I'm saying. Like there's going to be a wizard. They're going to be a winner from the South. That's a bad football team, right. But they're going to get a spot.
They're going to get in. Yeah. So I mean, you're playing for a wild card spot, and I mean, right now they're a really good wild card team. You know, you went from being a Super Bowl contender to a really good wild card team in the matter of 3 weeks. It sucks, man.
Yeah,
it sucks. Because you think they have the talent. You look on. I mean, you look at the stat lines. I mean, if you would have told me, okay, you held Swift to under 50 yards, you held A.J. Brown to 66 yards when he's been on a tear of
125 or more last 6 games.
6 games, right? Yes, give me that all day long. Dallas Goedert, 50 yards. Yes, okay, give me that, because he usually kills the Cowboys. Dak throws for 374. CD has 191. You got, 3 different guys that caught touchdowns. Time of possession was about even. Yeah. You look at it on paper, you look at the talent, you're like, Cowboys, they won that game.
Right, but then you look at things like this. They didn't challenge the spot in the first half, right? They went to 4th and 1. It should have been 4 and 2.
Here comes Jesse's list, Nate.
No, here's the list. No, this is the difference. Mm-hmm. They don't challenge that. They get the first down, lead to a touchdown.
Hang on real quick. Let's take a break, because I want you to go through that and spend a little bit of time on it.
No problem.
Take our last break. When we come back.
This show's going fast.
I know. Jesse's list and wellness check at the end of the show. We'll be right back on Hanging with the Boys.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at Wingstop.com.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they make just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
James Wright here, your 2022 Dallas Cowboys fan of the year. You know how much I love my Cowboys, and I am thrilled to be talking to you about the 2023 Fan of the Year award presented by Captain Morgan. We're looking for the ultimate Cowboys fan to spice up the game. That means you eat, sleep, and breathe the Dallas Cowboys. If that's you, or if you know someone like me, then go to DallasCowboys.com/fan of the year, and you could win tickets to Super Bowl 58 and so much more. Enter today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
And we are back. The last segment. Man, the show went by fast. Last segment of the show brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the official dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. All right, Nate went through his list. My list was abbreviated and short. You know what? Our kicker's really good, by the way. Yeah. If you just keep it in bounds. He's accurate, though. He's good. What is he, 19 for 19 now? Longest streak ever to start a season or a career? Career. Mm-hmm. He's good. We seem to be able to find kickers that no one else thinks are good. You know? All right, Jesse, your turn. Your list. You started last segment. What was your first point?
So, I mean, in addition to the third quarter, mm-hmm. where they dominated us in the third quarter, this game came down to the details. And the more that film comes out and you watch film, you'll start seeing the details of the game. But just things that I thought about throughout the game that I had written down. Not challenging the spot in the first half. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts scrambled for out of the pocket. Knee was down. It should have been like 4th and 2, a long 2. Ended up being like 4th and 1. They didn't challenge the spot. They did the tush push. Now, if 4th and 2, maybe they punt. Maybe they don't go for it. But 4th and 1 with a play that's kind of automatic. Yeah. They get that first down. Later on, go down that drive and score a touchdown. Mm-hmm. That could have been a punt instead of a touchdown. You talked about it. Aubrey kicked the ball out of bounds, right? Gave him the ball on the 40. They went down and scored a touchdown. That matters. Those hidden yardage, right? Because they would have gotten the ball at the 25. Right. You gave them 15 free extra yards to get the ball at the 40. That's the hidden yards that we don't really talk about in football games. They go down, score a touchdown. There was at least 7 drop passes. CD, Ferguson, Michael Gallup, Pollard. I mean, everybody had their fair share of like blatant drops. Some of those could have led to drives being extended, big plays potentially being made. Of course, we talked about the Schoolmaker depth on the potential touchdown pass. That's simple football. You learn that in Pee Wee football. Go past the depth. Don't sell yourself short because inertia takes you back to the football, takes you back to, you just learn to come back to the football. So if you don't go past the marker, you end up being short. Dak stepping out of bounds. Like, you gotta know that. Like, you gotta just know. You gotta know. You gotta know that I have to be sure, for sure, go get that 2 points right there. Because if you get that 2 points, now it's a 3-point game. Your mind frame is different. Then they had to delay a game. That's on Dak. That's on Dak. Ferg's asking what's happening, what's going on. It delayed. Get out the huddle. Get out the huddle. Get lined up so people know what's happening in those crucial moments, right? I thought they even wasted a play. One time they could have came line of scrimmage, spiked it. They kind of rushed it, and it was a throwaway, right? You wasted a possession. Then Chuma not reporting. We talk about all those things, and then there were three fumbles that was called by the Cowboys. Didn't recover any of them. I mean, one of them, the ball hit Micah in the stomach. Hit Micah in the stomach. The Eagles offensive guard comes back, picks it up. They keep the ball.
And you get any one of those 3.
Game changer.
That can win you the game.
It's you want to beat good teams. You have to be at your best, and you have to win the attention to details. Those are the small things that we talk about in the course of a football game. That if you're not able to do, and it seems like the Cowboys, this is their MO. It's their MO. We'll play really good in spurts, and we'll have players in positions play really good. But it's those small, minute details that at the end of the game you look up and you go, man, if we would have, if we could have, that would have changed. And the more you go back and break down this film, I'm sure the list will probably get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger if you look at the things that, even on the play that they went to Jalen Tolbert at the end of the game, the 4th and 8. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm darn close to sure of. He looked out there. And in the game plan, they said James Bradbury is the absolute worst DB on that football team. And it showed all throughout that game. And say whatever you want, he made a pre-snap determination of where this football was going. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. He didn't know that DB that was over Ferguson was going to jump jam and miss the entire jump jam. He missed the entire missed. He missed it. I don't know how you miss a dude who's 6'5", 265 pounds, and you missed the jam, but he missed it terribly. But the coaches probably talked about it this week in practice. Hey, 24 is a guy that we can attack. Throughout the course of the game, you saw them make plays against 24 all game long. He was either creating a penalty or giving up a completion. Now, you can say Jalen Tolbert, not Jalen Tolbert. He made some big catches in that game. He went at the guy that they thought was the easiest guy to go after in that defense on the 4th and 8. It didn't work out. You can go back and watch the play. Baldinger put it up when he went to Schoonmaker. If he looks to the right, butt naked. Brandon Cooks standing in the end zone. I mean, those are things that happen. They happen in the football game. Now, I'm not saying it's Dak's fault. I thought Dak played one of his best games of the year. But it's attention to detail, man. And if you don't have that in these games against the really good teams,
because
you won't win.
Yeah, you can beat bad teams and still – you probably still have some of those – not a lot, but you have some of those same mistakes when you win. You beat a bad team, but – when you're playing championship caliber teams and championship football, that's what beats you.
And I want to say this, and Nate, you can take over from this. But when you look at your boy, Terrence Steele.
I was going to ask.
Awful football. Awful football.
What's happened to him, Nate?
Terrence Steele, if you look at the total pressures allowed by the Cowboys offensive line this season, this comes from Nick Harris. Offensive line pressures given up this season. Tyler Smith, 4. Tyron Smith, 5. Tyler Biadasz, 14. Zach Martin, 13. Chuma Edoga, 11. Terrence Steele, 28 pressures given up. 12 of those came against Philadelphia. 12 of those came against Philadelphia. His grade... His grade in this one from PFF, 12 pressures, 7 hurries, 4 sacks. His pass blocking grade was 15.
Out of 100?
I'm sure. 100 is the goal. Bad. That's bad. That's throw up in your mouth.
How's the
That's throw up in your mouth bad.
Dak sacked 5 times.
Yes.
How's the
and
what's
if
wrong
it
with the
wasn't
line?
for Dak being Dak this past game, it would have been way worse. A lot of people was just killing Steele, the middle of the offensive line, and we talked about it repeatedly on this show last week.
You said you can't have a bad hamstring against these guys, huh?
Bruh, and it showed up at the worst of times. At the end of the game, Steele gave up the first one against Graham. And then the second one was given up with a combination of 98 and somebody else.
Graham. They had the back-to-back sacks.
And so, I'm talking about when
Jalen
I think it was
Sweat. I think it was Sweat.
Yeah, so they both got him.
Yeah.
So they gave the sack a half. But, fellas, I'm gonna keep repeating it. Jesse gave a hell of a list. They're just you gave the inside scoop of what a lot of people missed, the big picture. We gave the list of the obvious things. That was great right there. But what kills me is you cannot have a list of 30 things to go out. You don't have that much time in the week to work on all of this. It now it's coming down to individual players wanting it. Things will get better for Steele. How much better, I don't know, because his leg will heal up more.
It has no choice. He at the bottom.
No.
The only way he got to go is up. He at the bottom. He's at the bottom, my brother. He got to go only one.
As he get healthier, he will get better. Your center.
Wait, timeout.
Yes.
Because we said that same thing about another guy.
Get by Gallup,
and he ain't got better.
No. I think.
And still,
I think the offense
Steele's
changed.
career has gone up, down, up, down, up.
But the reason.
Sorry,
it's a good song.
No. You're correct. Great debate. But I'm thinking Steele. Gallup, forgive me, but I think Steele's a little bit more mentally tougher than him, than the other guy, and I think he will get better. But I did say I don't know how much better.
Yeah.
Our center is the guy we saw 2 years ago. That guy that everybody was waiting to replace. Since his injury, he has been that guy. So I don't know where he can go from this point. Do you get another guy? Is the injury to his hamstring that bad? So and the other guy's Asian. The left tackle is Asian, even though he played nice.
He
played nice, even though he played nice.
Yeah. No, Tyron actually played.
He played nice.
Yeah, he did.
Your right guard played nice. Your left guard played nice. Yeah, but the other two guys, it was terrible.
Defensively, right? Micah's gonna be Micah, right? Create havoc. I love the way that he's being moved around with Dan Quinn's moving Micah around. But you paid 3 safeties.
Not getting it done.
And they picked on Jordan Lewis. Sorry, Jordan. Sorry, J. Lou. They picked on you. They found a mouse in the house in you in that first half. And anytime they needed a third down conversion, they said, find me number 2. That's who we going at. Find me number 2. That's where we're going. And that's the thing. It's like when you needed a play, they were able to get the play. When they came out, they attacked, and I've said this before, huge fan of Deron Bland. Huge fan of Deron Bland. And people said, why are they playing back so much in the first half? For the very reason you saw Deron Bland.
That's why I hate Keenan Allen.
For the very same reason.
That's why I hate Keenan Allen.
Because he showed on film that you can beat him with a double move.
That's why I hate Keenan Allen.
Deron Bland has a lot of that Trayvon Diggs tendency where they'll fall for a double move.
Yes.
And sure enough, they waited and waited and waited.
Set
and they
him
said, got him. We ain't gonna do it with AJ. We gonna do it with Devontae. Double move, pretty pass.
Oh my God.
Pretty pass.
Yeah, beautiful.
He threw that thing like he was Dan Marino.
Yeah, and so that secondary, when the Eagles needed a play, they got it. They got it.
Shortly after you sent me that list, then that double move happened. Because I didn't look at the list right away.
Yeah, you sent me.
I kind of got into it late because they had started trying to recover a little bit. So
yeah,
I put,
question mark.
Question mark.
He facetiously texted me back when they started playing better. Question mark. I said,
hold on, just wait.
I didn't respond.
He didn't respond. All of a sudden,
okay,
Keenan Allen showed up. I said to myself, and I thought about it. I went home and told my wife. I said, Jesse called this. She said, what did he say this time? She thought she had to say something crazy. I'm like, nah. He texted me during the game that we weren't going to win this game. We joking here. I mean, you be serious. I be joking. But when I just thought about it, I said, wow.
Speaking of being serious, we have a wellness check on the phone. Jesse, I have a special request.
Oh, my God.
Computer has requested that you stay in here for this. Nate is disowned computer.
No, sir.
I don't understand how y'all let him back in.
No,
He's
man,
quit
this dude
twice
quit on
this
us
football
twice.
team.
We're going to let him explain. He's got 2 minutes. Computer, 2 minutes. I know that's going to be tough for you. Jesse's actually not looking at his phone. You got Nate to my left is mad at you. Jesse's listening. Explain yourself. Are you okay, first off? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm great. Yeah, I'm good.
Which shocks me because I had to call him last night to make sure he was still with us. Go ahead, computer.
So, first of all, I didn't quit on the team. I quit on the Joneses for not making any moves. There's a difference between I had to separate myself from them because I've always backed Jerry. When he got rid of Jimmy, when he did that stuff with Chan Gailey, when he just everything. I stuck with him the whole time. But I backed off of him. I'm not going to listen to him no more. I still love him as a person. I wish him well, but he's hard-headed. He won't listen. He didn't get nobody out of spite.
Right.
Second, this team, I had to step back and look at this from a perspective. This team is tougher than it used to be. Any other time, a team like that would have won Philadelphia got blown out by 40 points. You got our offensive line, which we only had 1 first-round draft pick, 2 on that line with 3, but the 2 that we had going against, they going against first-rounders. And then second, people want to talk about the little thing. What about the little thing that the referees made mistakes at?
I knew it.
No, I'm not blaming the game on that. I'm just telling you. I'm just explaining to you. And see, you got to realize Mike McCarthy. This is on his first year with the offense, putting his own offense in there. Because the first 3 years he had to run what Jared wanted to do with Kellen Moore. He had no control over that offense. And then basically he didn't have no control over the team.
They didn't
have no faith in him.
Hang on, computer.
They knew they hired another coach before they hired him. He had to build himself up.
Jesse,
the same with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott ain't got that scared look on his face no more because he done got over his mentals. This team has grown. This team has took some growth to get to this point. I'm not going to give up on them and say they're not going to do it. we're going to end up doing it. Y'all going to be like, okay, I'm telling you now. I honestly feel good. I went to sleep last night. I was laughing. I stayed up all night talking to my dog, having a good time. She didn't get cussed out not once this weekend because I honestly feel inside that this team is growing for a change. Before, we didn't have it. We got a few little problems with J. Lou and the safeties not playing right, but Dan Quinn going to get in their head and get them right. If not, they're going to move Wanye Thomas in there and get some of them other guys and let them play. Because they're not going to do that going forward. They're not going to be there, I've been here, so I get to play. No, they're going to slide them jokers out there and start playing right. You know what I'm saying? And then we need to cut that Rashad Evans for getting that penalty. Like somebody must have paid him to do that. Because the first time he get in the game, he pulled somebody's helmet off. He needs to be cut today. I don't care if he can play. We got to get him out of there. Because he didn't grow up with us. Then the kicker, that was his first big game in his whole career. That man got up off the couch. And he had some moments yesterday where he made some mistakes. But, he will get a hiccup at some point. So it's out the way now. I know y'all upset and y'all say these little things, but I'm telling you, just look at Mr. Prescott and the way he spoke yesterday after that game. He didn't sound like the old dad. It's a difference. Michael Parsons never really had any confidence with that till yesterday. The team actually seen that they quarterback and go out there and win. So next time they hit the field, they're not going to let him down. They're going to do their job. And then what people want to talk about, first of all, talking about that tight end getting into the end zone, the dude hit him before he could get to the end zone. You can look at the foot. He got there 3 seconds before the ball even got there. So how he going to run his route into the end zone with a linebacker hitting him before he get there? That should have been a pass interference. They'd have called it on us.
All right, computer, we got to go. Any last comments?
Yeah, last comments. We're going to be all right. Y'all keep it up. And Jesse, I love you there, man. Me used to get into it. But I swear, you my boy, man. If you want to get any of the guys on your show, like any of the boys that was on the Versus, I can give you everybody's phone number. They'll do an interview. I already asked them for you. You good on that. But like I said, Nate, I love you. I'm going to get y'all stuff. Y'all
you better not. If you ever quit again, bro, you'll never get another. You can't quit on us again now.
No, I didn't quit on the team. Look at my tweet. I said I quit on the Joneses, not the team. I'm not going to quit on the team. I'm not going to quit on y'all.
Okay.
I cried when Michael Irvin got hurt up there in Green Bay. He stabbed there on that sideline with his suit on crying. I cried that same day as a kid.
Okay.
My mama said, why are you crying? Because I love the Cowboys, mama. That's why.
Okay. All right, computer, we got to go. Thanks for calling in. I'm glad you
finally made Jesse smile at the beginning. You made him smile at the end.
Let's move forward. Let's go.
All right. Love you, computer.
Love y'all too. I'll see y'all later.
Talk to you later.
You love lost children, don't you, Shannon?
You back, Jesse?
Why do you and Chris do this to me? Why, Chris? No. This is you and Chris. This
him and Chris.
This is a Chris and Shannon production. 100. And I know Chris is back there laughing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tail off.
I know Chris. His arms.
I know Chris is back there. I know Chris is like, watch this. No. I know Chris.
I talked to computer before the show started.
This is a Chris and Shannon production. Y'all do this to me.
That's right.
Okay.
Computer loves you.
Yeah.
He does. You love him too? Okay. Well, fellas, this was a good therapy session for me. I feel better. Got it off my chest. Let's roll into tomorrow. Let's take some phone calls and see if the fans got it off their chest by tomorrow. Nate, thanks for breaking it down. Jesse, good stuff, man. Thanks for breaking it all down.
And Kurt, Jesse said,
Kurt, thanks for
I ain't gonna stop. Boy, Jesse getting hot over there. Kurt, I'm like, whoa, Jesse getting hot. You pulling a no C on me.
Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air and getting computer on with us. Jazz, thanks for keeping Chris company. We'll be back tomorrow with phone calls.
We out
on Hanging with the Boys. Bye-bye.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!